Welcome back to the channel. So, today we're going to talk leather care and some conditioners that I've had for quite literally years. Both of these are great options. They each kind of serve a little bit of a different purpose, but they work hand in hand. And both of them, you'll want nitrile gloves when applying them, because otherwise your hands are going to have a bit of a sticky mess for a while. Leather Honey is a product that I have used to rescue riding jackets, leather belts, you name it. Hubert shoe oil, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. I have used that for my work boots for many years. Pretty sure my great-granddad was the one that told me about it. And I still use it because it's that good of a product. Leather Honey, I've known about for about a decade now. And I had a riding jacket that ended up with motor oil on it. I managed to save it, and I used some cornstarch, got the oil pulled out of the leather, and then used this stuff to recondition it. Very pleasant scent. Very mild, but very pleasant. The Huberts, this is more for boots and heavier leather products, but it is a waterproofing agent as well and does wonders for preserving the leather. Neither one of them does a lot for shine, okay? If you have a boot or a shoe that you want shiny, you apply the product, shake it up, warm it up, and then let it dry overnight. And after that, you'll have to polish the boots or the shoes, whatever you're using. But there's another use for these products that I find phenomenal, and that is notebooks and Bibles. So they're all leather, and they all have a natural hide that is going to end up showing wear. So I have conditioned all of these at different times with one of these two products, and they each serve their purpose, like I said. So here we have my traveler's notebook, the Midori, and this is a very thick, very heavy leather, but check this out. Look at how supple that is. And I didn't work the leather, okay? I only treated it with Leather Honey. I wear gloves when I'm applying it. Take the bands off, take the extras off, remove the paper, obviously. And what I do is rub it in, and that way it just protects the leather, helps it stay nice and supple without cracking, especially along the back spine edge. But the same can be true for Bibles. Now, if you're handling them and you're using them and you're reading daily, it's not going to be a problem. Now, some of these are no longer used, okay? We're going to start with this one, actually. This is my Cambridge Emerald Text, and I got this well over a decade ago. You can see the wear in the leather, and for being a Morocco leather, it's not bad. Paste down liner, you can see that the liner is quite worn. I actually have it marked. So I have part of Proverbs, sadly, missing. I go from chapter 12 to chapter 15. So, yeah, minor problem there. And so this Bible is retired. And then the replacement for that one, another Cambridge Red Letter Emerald Text. Love the text, love the layout. These are just for reading. You're not going to have any notes or extras in them. It is the Bible. King James Version, of course. And there you have it. So this is a very fine paper. Overall, it's held up great, but we're here to talk about the leather. I used this one for about 8 years, and you can see that the leather's doing pretty well, even though the Bible itself is where the problems start showing up. Show you here at the top. There's been moisture involved. This has been all over the country with me internationally, but you can see that there at the headband, I have some signature splitting. So anyway, back to the leather. Both of these Bibles are identical, and I took care of them with the leather products. So this was my first one, and wore it out. The edges, you can see that though, it's worn, but no cracking, because I did my part with the leather. Same for this one. These both saw very heavy usage for a long time, and as such they show wear. I'd gotten this one. This is a Trinitarian Bible Society. I think this is a calfskin. It's not marked, but as you can see, the leather is very thick, very heavy, but still supple, and it doesn't fold weird, okay? Again, this one is treated with leather honey. But then let's get over here to my kind of main Bibles, if you will. So New King James, King James. So this is the Nelson Compact genuine leather. Come to find out it's some kind of a calf hide. But look at this. Look at how flexible it is, okay? Now this one I'm showing you because it's been treated, very well used. You can see if the spine just rolls quite easily. I can pull it to basically anywhere and it's going to lay flat and good to go. The reason I'm showing you that one and this one is the King James. I do use it a fair bit, but it's untreated. So the leather is still, it's not bad, but if I don't watch out, this Colorado dry air, this leather will start to crack. And you can see here indications where it's starting to dry, which is why I'm going to go ahead and treat this one as well. But these are nice Bibles, and if you're handling them and if you're using them, the oils from your hand will help out a lot, but the reality is you still need to work with the leather. Now, these smaller pit minions are where you can really see the evidence, okay? I've had the New King James one here a little bit longer, but look at this. This is goatskin. And these are not notorious for being particularly soft and flexible, the way that some larger Bibles are, but I can open up to anywhere. And this is a lay-flat Bible. The leather isn't trying to push the cover back up until you get to the very end. And I have it laid out on the bed here. But once you get into the concordance, you can pick a spot and it'll start laying flat with no problem. And part of that comes down to because I put the time in. Now, I did use the Huber shoe oil because this is a softener, and even though it's a paste down liner, okay, the covers are very flexible. And so you can see that they move well, they feel really great, and it's an easy step to take. Now, this is the King James one, also goatskin, a lot more pebbly, fantastic grain on that, and the cover's not bad, but I've only treated it once, and you can already see how flexible it is. Check the spine. You can roll it a little bit, and it has flex without any cracking indications, which is what you want with the leather. If you do your part and take care of it, you can get a long life out of these. These are already known for doing really well under hard, heavy use, daily reading. Many guys are even preaching from them. Brother Everhard has some videos on his ESV pit minion, and that poor thing has signatures pulling apart. The leather cover is falling apart. Now, he has the brown calf split. But the point is, if you do your part and you want to put a little bit of extra effort into it to take care of these aren't what anyone would consider a premium Bible. But you do your part to take care of it, and these are going to last for a long time to come. I have my sticky notes inside of there, and marking tools, reading plan marked out, and then ways to mark off where I'm at or if I'm going to be giving a lesson. So, and then more notes in the back, because obviously in the pages there's not a lot to work with. So, now to the methodology. Obviously you don't want to get leather treatment onto the gilding. As I said, this one's used more, so my gilding is worn, but it's still there, okay? So when you're applying it, what I end up doing, I get these nitrile gloves, put them on, and I just put a drop, okay? I'm talking a dime-sized drop. Open the palm of your hand with that glove on, put a dime-sized drop, rub both hands together, and then, being careful to rub just the cover, I put one hand on the back, one hand on the front, and rub my palms into the leather, working it in, and I'm careful not to get it in here on the gilding because I don't want to destroy it. I mean, it's going to get worn. That's just the reality of use. But I want to do my part to take care of these. Now, these are not art gilt. The pit minions are. And if I do my part, as I'm putting that conditioner onto the leather, being careful right here on the corner edges of the spine, and really taking the time to work it in, what that does is it allows it to flex, okay, without causing damage. Same thing with these notebooks. I love these leather covers. They are phenomenal. But when it comes down to it, you start using them, and this one, you can see I need to recondition it, okay? It's showing some dryness and cracking in the edges because I haven't conditioned it. And it has a rough edge, which that's fine. But on the smooth surface, you can tell where it's starting to dry out. And this is more of a Horween style leather. But you put the little drop of that conditioner, work it in, and then as you're using them, your hands warm up the oil that is impregnated down into the leather and gives it a really good flexibility. So then I can take it and look at this. They're already known for being flexible, okay? But now you can really take care of that leather and you don't end up with drying out areas. And it's very easy to just do a little bit of light work with one of these conditioners. That way, as you're using the Bible, you're going to help it to last a lot longer. You can see this one here, the way that I hold it, I'm smoothed out this top edge from my thumb up there on my left hand when I'm holding it. And then here along the edges a little bit. And on the back side, yep, you can see here, this is the edge of my palm smoothing out, and my index finger up here at the top where I hold it. So anyway, this one gets a lot of use and this one gets a fair bit, but this one you can see here, I've had it for a number of years now. This is a re-release. These have been out for a while and then they got discontinued, they were out of print, and Nelson said, hey, let's bring it back. And they brought them back in genuine leather, which is fantastic. The trick is most people don't know how to take care of good leather. So while they're not premium Bibles, you can do your part and have something like this. It's a paste down liner. It's nothing fancy, okay? But there's no separation. There's no tearing. And this one even has gotten wet at some point, and yet it's holding up just fine because I do my part to take care of them. If it's cold, be careful. You can cause splitting on these paste downs, okay? But no issues there. I keep them warmed up, and when I'm transporting them, I keep them spine down or laying flat. Don't put them in a cover and then have the text block hanging. What that'll do is cause separation up here at the top corners and the bottom corner, and I'm holding it so the text block is secure, but if you let it go, the cover is sitting inside of a Bible cover, and the text block will actually pull away and cause splitting down the liner, and that starts causing problems, and no amount of leather conditioner is going to help you there. So I just wanted to share that. These are easy ways to take care of leather notebooks, quality Bibles. They're not high-end, they're not, who knows what, but these are going to hold up and last me for years to come. This one I've had for years, so it's going to do me really well. This one, I just want to check because I haven't before. This should be a 23 or 24 printing. This one, yep, this is the re-release. And printed in India, which not too shabby. I know some people aren't thrilled with it, but minimal ghosting, excellent line matching, and not too shabby. This one I know is a Belarus printing, and a little bit more ghosting, but look at that line matching. Check that out. Nice, dark, easy to read print, and really well done. Anyway, it's not a Bible review. It's more about taking care of the covers and what you can do with simple products that are available on Amazon or at your local Big R or outdoor store where leather goods are sold. Use nitrile gloves. You get that stuff in your hands, you're going to spend hours under hot water with Dawn soap trying to scrub it off. So don't make yourself upset. Just use the gloves, and you have an easy way to take care of all your leather products. Make them last a long time and keep them looking nice, and that way your Bible or whatever leather product will last for many years to come. Cheers and have a good day.